Yes, my people, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We're an experienced and certified detective of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces. It's about to educate you with facts, truthfulness, and not hyperbole for the government or its minions. Yes, today is June 4th, and although it's June 4th, we know it's LGBTQ plus month, but we still have to address crime issues that have to do with crime and other stuff like that. So we have seen a new development in the Shab and squash war, in which I'm telling you, these criminals know to play it in both ways, how to use law enforcement to get to do what they want to do. But so we know that Shabdan is being arrested. He's a person of interest. St. Catherine and South police have arrested him. So that in regards to an alleged case of the triple murder in Montego Bay. But what has been happening, you see this war, you have to understand, if you have watched Politics Watch, the People's Channel, which is a good channel, Sir P, the man who's behind the channel, Sir P, has used his intelligent rhetoric to make Shabdan and Squash 6 war, which is a brilliant idea. Yes, what he has done is making sure that these people are killing each other instead of the police doing their job, because he Sir P, knows that if the police went in after these gunmen, it's gonna be a total different thing, because then the same people, it doesn't matter how many rifles or how many guns, the kerosene and all their supporters and benefactors of crimes, of the killings that go on, they'll be all coming out, not only swinging but blocking the roads, you understand, to make sure that their voice is heard and their dissent against the police is recorded. And anything where there's camera, once you light a little light, that these people, the low IQ people, they'll be jumping in front of the cameras, to show their true self. But it only goes to show you that Shabdan, who Sir P got two friends to start a war, and people are dropping like flies. But so when people talking, in case a lot of people do not know, criminals, it's an economical a part of crime, Cause criminality pays, to some people, Cause a majority of the people, who have wealth in this world, some of them, they have become entrepreneurs after they have made their money through crimes. Then they start legitimate businesses. So what happened? That is, and so once they accumulate wealth, some of them they leave the crime lifestyle behind, and then they start to live, upstanding life. But like Linval Thompson Jr., Shabdan, the man, he made millions of dollars. It's not like he's hungry or anything like that, and he has no reason to be involved in crime. But this is what it is, It's all about ego, power, and fear. Nobody don't want no one to love them anymore. You remember growing up, at least in your various community, you have these so-called dons, and people would have respect for the dons, because the dons would be the one, they're like the police of the community, or judges, and they are the one that determine what is wrong and what is right, and certain things could not happen in the community, like robbing, raping, and all kind of stuff, and house breaking, or else the perpetrators will be disciplined severely. Sometimes the perpetrators, they would lose their lives. So that's how it is back then. But now it's a total different thing, because now the dons are the robbers and the rapists and the housebreakers and all kind of thing, and the extortionists, and they are the parasites and the people. But a man like Linval Thompson Jr. have no reason to get himself involved in crime, because he was in America and he makes millions, you understand, from whatever he was doing, and he's in the music business and he's doing quite well, he's doing fine. So I don't know what is this ego thing. But if both men, if both of them were smart, both of these guys who claim that they were friends, if they were smart, there was no reason how Sir P was able to divide them so that they turn on each other and start killing each other, that they even went off each other's mothers. That's to show you that these new criminals, they have no form of modus operandi, how they behave, no code of conduct. I remember I was even talking to a friend, you understand, and what happened, growing up back then in the late 70s, 80s, you have friends that become enemies. Sometimes they are able to ash out their problem because although those gunmen then, are those so-called men, they weren't that intelligent, or went to any big school. But one thing what they had was communication skills, and and that was one of their assets as criminals. Communication skill. They could communicate with each other and prevent each other from doing certain things, because the criminals used to have a code of conduct. You do not kill nurse. You do not kill soldier who are not in you. You don't kill soldier, nurse, or school children, or women and children. You don't do that. But these criminals now, they have a different standard. Anything, what they call it, if you can't catch Quack, you catch him shot. I don't know where that came from, but if my memory serves me right, I know the first person who I remember that started this thing was what's his name, Bully from Cockburn Pen, that killed Walde father. So that's how criminality evolved. Criminals don't stay in their lane and have respect for their rivals, relative, friends and girlfriends. Now everything. So it's basically, so if you are a smart person now in Jamaica, you don't even know who you get yourself involved with, and you can put your life at risk. So that's how these criminals in Jamaica operate. So imagine if they bring this kind of criminality to a first world country. Man, it's gonna make people be dropping like flies, because these people, these gunmen, when they go to any place where there's entertainment and a certain amount of people, and they go there to kill one person, they're killing others too. That's all these, and it seems like the more people that you kill in the criminal world, it's the more respect that you get because you're a killer. I don't know how that comes by for you to be a depraved mind person and people praising you. That should not be. You're a criminal. Criminals are criminals and should be treated as such. You're supposed to respect the sanctity of life, your life and the life of others. You understand? But let's see what is going to happen with the Shab and squash thing. But we just keep, watching and seeing what happens. But all of us know that this, if the police arrest and charge Shabdan, we know that it's all lies, because Linval Thompson would not be so stupid enough to go on an assignment himself with other men when he have all the financial resources. But this is the way we have now to catch him whenever he's reported for bail or anything like that. You understand? So more or less now what he's going to use, he's going to use a St. Catherine South address. So you'll have to have like a police or someone of the kind to if he's given bail, to take him to police station when he reports on condition of bail, because they want to catch him. So they're going directly after him now to kill him. So the war has take a different turn. You understand? But this also shows that's the life of a criminal. You understand? I don't know why people gravitate to this lifestyle, because I don't know a happy criminal. Because when you are a criminal, remember that your enemies are your rivals. Sometimes people within your organization, your criminal organization, is your biggest enemy and you don't even know. Because 9 out of 10 times that criminals get killed, it's the same friend who set them up, even with the police, to kill them. Because I was a detective and I used to work at Unspear, and it was easy especially when somebody is well wanted and you catch somebody from within the gang, and you understand. And most of them do not want to go to jail, and they will give you certain information just for them to go to jail, and you make a deal with them and they tell you where you can get the person, and if so be the case, then you will release them. Because after you release them, a couple weeks after that, that they're gonna get killed in the streets, because that's how it is. I don't know how somebody gravitate to such lifestyle, because the thing is that anytime they do not have their guns on them, that's when their rival attack and kill them. They don't last long. Criminal, being a gunman, your life is shortened easily, because if you're not killed by your cronies or your rival, the security force is going to kill you. So it's just mind-boggling and just madness for them to live a life of crime. You know that the squash and Shab war continues, but I know, hey, if they're going to get Shab via that route, that Shab now is corner will be going after squash to say that to use conspiracy to commit. So yes, so whether or not Shab want to believe it, is his number, So it's just tick, 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 tick for him now. So I don't think this guy is gonna last out this year. The only best thing for him, if he's in jail like Vibes Cartel. You understand? So if they arrest and charge him for this triple murder in St. James, that occurred in St. James, and he's gonna have an alibi that he was in somewhere else when that happened, and the police, they can prove that it's true or whatever. Jamaican police do not work with alibi. Period. You understand what I'm saying? You have to come to court and prove that or stuff like that. If you have a good lawyer and stuff like that, and they can prove that he was elsewhere when it's happening, but then they have to release him, and that the witness should be discredited for life, because that witness should be lying to place him at a scene of some of a crime that he was not a part of. But guess what? It is tick for him right now, because it's gonna get worse. Because you can see, as the days goes by, his life is getting shorter. So it's just a matter of time. It's not if or when. It's just a matter of time. And I don't think this year is gonna end when for Shab. You understand? Even the fact that even Squash, he has to live like a rat for the rest of his life, because once you kill, you're involved in killing other people. You're the survivors, the surviving relatives and friends. They always want revenge. So this is not going to end well for both of them. This was something that they should not have started. But hey, it's ego. You understand? Ego, man. Tell the next man what to do with your mother or whatever. And next man gets hurt by it and decide that gloves off. So that's what happened, and that's how people got killed, and that's how a lot of life have been lost. Yeah, thanks for watching the Jamaica Young Police channel. Remember to like and share the video. Most of all, comment below, and remember to subscribe to the channel. Is free. So whenever you're watching the channel, just click the subscription. You understand? You're not paying for it. It's free. All the best to you. One love. Peace.